Hi, water managers and SWMS users. My name is Oskar Hurst, and I'm here with the Water Management and Systems Division at HEC, the Hydrologic Engineering Center. Welcome to the third part of our SWMS graphics and scripting lecture series. In this third part, we're going to be talking about scripting. Now, we're going to be focusing on the uses for scripting and what is scripting. So first, scripting is the process of automating the actions of an interactive program for the purpose of being able to execute a prescribed set of actions with a simple trigger. So the important words there is that we're trying to automate a prescribed set of actions. So manual steps that you do normally within the CAVI, if they're long and tedious, we want to automate those to all be done with a click of a button, a simple trigger within our code. And we're doing this via an interactive program. So this program is coded in our SWMS scripting language, and it's taking advantage of the SWMS scripting API. And one of the questions is, why even use scripting? So the main benefits is it simplifies the user operations. We want to make things easy. We don't want you to be doing things, tedious tasks of manually having to click around for hours and set something up, when we could set up a script that would do this repeatedly and consistently every time. And it would do it in the click of a button to save you time and to make sure that your work is as good as possible. Now, within SWMS, scripting can be used for many things, such as automated tasks or other customized tasks. So some of these are creating and executing forecasts, analyze and process data stored in Oracle or DSS, create custom plots and tables, and much more. So currently, we also want to mention that there's no way to create interactive macro recorder. So we can't record any of the actions you've done to be able to repeat them later on in a script. So all of the scripts have to be coded in Jython, which is our scripting language, using our SWMS application programming interface, or SWMS API. So let's talk about the scripting components and how we actually perform and use the scripting within the CAVI. So most of our scripting is going to be done from our scripting editor, which is our built-in code editor inside of the CAVI for writing scripts and running scripts. So we can, as stated before, create new scripts, edit these existing scripts, as well as test them and run them. So in order to open up the script editor, we're going to go to the scripts option at the top of the CAVI, open the dropdown, and select the editor. This should open up the scripts editor window. So within the scripts editor window, we have our top toolbar, which includes the standard file management tools, such as creating a button to create a new script, a button to print a script, to cut, copy, and paste, as well as we can find all these options within the file drop-down menu. So to the very most left of our script editor window, you're going to find the tree panel. So the tree panel contains a tree file structure where all of our scripts are held. So we can see a big list of all the scripts that we made, and we can select them, as well as when we create a new script, it will populate inside this tree file structure. And we can, in order to open one up in our editor, all we have to do is double click on it. So just to the right of that, in the middle there, highlighted, we have the API panel. So this API panel includes a list of all of the different methods that we have included within our SWMS scripting API. So in order to insert one of these methods into your script, all you'd have to do is put your cursor where you want it to be inserted on the script editor, and then double click that method or single click it so it's highlighted, then select the insert script. And this should automatically insert the method into your script at the desired location. So then finally, the editor panel is where the bulk of the code in Jython for your script is stored. So this is where we're going to display all the code and syntax, as well as showing any syntax errors. So if we ever want to edit our Jython, type any new code, this is our editor panel where we're going to be inserting our SWMS API functions. So within our editor, it has all of the standard traditional editor options, such as, copy, paste, cut, delete, anything that you'd expect from a traditional text editor. At the bottom we have the action panels, which includes the insert script button in order to insert our SWMS API script, as well as the compile script button to compile your script to see if it has any compilation errors or other syntax errors within it, the save button to save your script, as well as the save and run function, and the select function to let the SWMS know that this script is selected. Now, based off the selected script, when you pull down the scripts menu in the CAVI, you're going to see the run option, and this will then run the selected script. By double-clicking on the run, the script will then run and will perform the automated task that you set it up within the Jython. It also has the option to then open up the script run window here, where you can then go and select the specific script that you want to run. So let's say we want to add a script to an easy, accessible place within the CAVI. So within the modeling panel, we can see at the very bottom, we have a selection of icons, of tabs. The Action tab, Reports tab, Scripting tab, Icon Layers, Workflow Team. So if we select the Scriptings tab at the bottom there, and you right-click within that Scriptings window, you're going to see the Edit option. So when you open up when you select this Edit option, it's going to prompt you with the Select Scripts window that we can see in the center here. So here you can select from the list of your pre-written scripts, and once you've selected a script, you can then click the Add button, which will move this script into the scripts view. So as we can see in this example, after they've opened up the Select Script window, they selected the Extract script. They added that, and then when they clicked OK, it then applied that Extract script to our modeling tab. So now we can see that our script section has an Extract button, which when we click the Extract button, it'll automatically perform the script. So what if we want to assign the script to other places within the CAVI, like our time series icons that we talked about in the first part of this lecture series? So for all this you have to do is, once again, we're going to go back to our icons, and all we have to do is right-click our time series icon, and then in our editing menu, we want to select Scripts and HTML tabs. From there, it's going to open up the script series icon properties, where we're going to find the script/HTML option. So in here, we can then right-click to add in a new script, and we can write its display name, which would be the name that's shown as the option to run the script, the script file, which will talk about the path to your computer where that script is located, and as well as a list of arguments for specific values that you want to be set to run within the script, such as if you want to set the names for specific time series in the script to run or plot. So once you've set all the display in the script file and the arguments, you can then right-click the time series icon, and it'll appear in its drop-down menu to then run the script. So let's look at our scripting language itself. So our scripting language is Jython. Now, what is Jython? Jython is a Java-based implementation of Python programming language. So not to get too deep into this, but basically Jython is a version of Java that lets you run any Python code, but specifically Python 2.7 code, as well as any Java methods at the same time. So this allows you to both run Python and Java methods concurrently within the same JVM, which is very useful in the case for SWMS. One of the advantages of using Jython is that it keeps the exact same syntax as Python, which is an untyped data language, which is very easy to script in, as well as to create new objects and to run code. Now, if you want any more resources for working with Jython or to figure out how to code any specific scripts, we heavily recommend you to look at our internal examples and instructions for working with Jython, as well as the SWMS scripting API. So we have a lot of other examples which you can find as part of this presentation, as well as the links to our documentation, which includes our SWMS wiki, as well as our HEC monolith documentation for other valuable functions, part of the SWMS scripting API. If you have any other questions, always remember you can feel free to reach out for us for help or get to see additional trainings. Feel free to follow these links or to look at these presentations. This concludes our lecture series for SWMS graphics and scripting. Thank you all so much for listening in.